Welcome back. The Liberty Flames baseball team is 8-6 on the season. Joining us now to talk more about that, their head coach, Jim Toman. Coach Toman, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
Your game with West Virginia was postponed. You all are now down 2 games this year. Do you plan to try to make up that game, or what are your hopes in terms of trying to reschedule or maybe pick up another team to fill the gap?
Yeah, in the past we've tried to pick up games against about anyone that'll play us. We went down to South Carolina 2 years ago and picked up the game, and last year we picked up a game at Clemson. This year we brought North Carolina up here, but we're still 2 games down, which there's a lot of teams around the country down 3 or 4 or 5 games because the weather's been so bad. But hopefully in the future we'll try to pick up either West Virginia or maybe an ACC or SEC team. And we're 2 down right now, so we need to start looking for games to play.
Could be a lot worse, though, like some of the other teams around the country. This past weekend, you all took 2 out of 3 from Kent State, lost that first game. What did you tell your team after the first game to try to bounce back and talk about the resiliency that they showed winning those next 2? Yeah,
I was proud of the guys for coming back because pretty much the first 16 innings, Kent State outplayed us, and they had really good pitchers on the mound, and we were able to finally run the pitch count up with Lauer in the second game and get him out of the game, and we ended up finishing really strong. And then Sunday we played really well to win the series. It didn't look good, after the first 16 innings for the series, and they were getting ready to sweep us pretty much. But somehow we managed, thank God, to come back and play hard and just focus a little bit, have a little bit better at bats and a little bit better approach at the plate, and a little bit more heightened awareness and a little bit more urgency, and end up winning 2 out of 3. So against the Kent State team that's really good, we're in Omaha 2 years ago, so we'll sign for a series win against them any day.
You talk about better at bats. You talk about a better approach at the plate. Dalton Britt, he had a pretty good weekend. What did you see from him?
I think Dalton is just more relaxed now. He started off the season on fire, had 7 hits in the first weekend, and then he went for about 2 for 20, and he was struggling. He was down a little bit. He got with Coach Hunt, started going back to his toe tap to get his foot down a little bit earlier, get his bat, through the zone a little bit quicker, and he's hot right now. I hope he stays that way.
Right now, you all are in the midst of a 7-game homestand. What do you say to the team about maybe trying to find a groove here at home?
Yeah, well, we need to. Like last year, we started out 3-5, and then we went 30-3. That's all I'm asking for, is to go 30-3, something like that.
That's pretty easy to duplicate, right?
No problem. But the guys are at home. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Now, we got rained out today. It's supposed to rain all day. This weekend might not be great weather. I think by Sunday it'll be really nice. I just hope we start warming up as the weather starts warming up.
Well, you all have got Western Carolina and Penn State coming up. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thanks a lot.
For more on Liberty Baseball, Nick Pierce standing by with a couple of Flames players.
Thanks a lot, guys. Hanging out down here in the dugout, and I found Flames shortstop Dalton Britt and also first baseman Alex Close. And Alex, I'm going to start with you. Big week for you. I know that you've been nervous walking to home plate before, but no more of a nervous moment than this week when you proposed to your girlfriend on a snowy afternoon right here at Liberty Baseball Stadium.
Absolutely. It doesn't really compare with the baseball nervousness. It was like a gut-wrenching nervousness. Everything was good. I played it smooth until I got out to home plate, and then my stomach got pretty tight, so I was very nervous.
Very well done, my friend. For you, there were a lot of preseason expectations as we turn our sights back to baseball now. How have you been able to handle that so far here your senior year?
Honestly, I don't really think about it. I just go out there every day and try and do what I can to help the team, whether it be hitting or pitching or playing defense. Just do what I can to help.
Dalton, we'll turn to you now. And for you, you've been the model of consistency throughout your career. I think you've started every game that you've been here for Liberty. Out there at shortstop, how do you prepare yourself every day to go out there on the battlefield?
Well, it's kind of equal parts mental and physical. You kind of have to know that some days it's going to be a struggle, and some days you're going to have a good game in the first game of the doubleheader, then have to come right back. So you just got to know that baseball's a game, and if you got to have fun regardless of how the outcome is, and you got to come to the ballpark ready to go every day, and that's doing the things you need to do physically and mentally. And that's stretching every day, taking care of your body at night. It may not catch up to you in the beginning of the year, but it will toward the end. And game 40 is going to feel a whole lot different than game 20. And I'm sure Alex would tell you the same thing. you know, if you come to the ballpark and say, well, I'm kind of going to coast today, let the teammates kind of do everything, it's not going to work out, and you're going to regret it. You know, you gotta remember that it is a game. You got to have fun, but you also got to remember that, you know, at any moment you can be taken away from you, and then you'll regret that for the rest of your life. So it's equal parts coming out, you know, in your mind ready to play and physically getting yourself ready to play every day.
So. The last 4 or 5 games, it's worked out for you as well. You're hitting over 400 at the plate.
Yeah, I feel pretty locked in right now. I kind of changed my approach a little bit and kind of try not to swing at stuff I shouldn't be swinging at, but when I get my pitch, to make sure that I take advantage of it. And that's kind of come with kind of relaxing the plate and, you know, first pitch change up off speed, I probably won't swing at it as much and wait for my pitch. And I feel like right now that I'm doing that pretty well.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck coming up here, all right?
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Guys, back to you.